Hey everybody, it's Chris from Guilty Words, where we unravel crime one word at a time. Except tonight we're doing something a little different. I have a confession to make. I am fixated on Wendi Adelson's TV alibi. It makes no sense to me, and I feel like there's something in there where if I just think about it enough, I can get it. And part of it is how the TV got broken. But give me a second just before we get to the hammer. Think of everything that's wrong with this alibi. First of all, it was even the buying of the TV. Charlie was going to buy it, but then his parents bought it for him, and he paid them back, and then it got sent to Wendi, but the warranty was under Harvey and Donna's name. Why on earth didn't Charlie just order it online and have it shipped to her? And why, even if the warranty was under Donna's name, couldn't she just give Wendi the number of the warranty and have her call Geek Squad and explain? I'm sure they see that kind of thing all the time. Also, what were the terms of the warranty? There are some warranties, and I don't know if this was true in 2014, but there are some, at least for computers, that cover everything. I can spill a cup of coffee on my laptop and it's covered. So would accidental damage like this be covered? Even if it wasn't covered by the warranty, it might be covered by the credit card company that Donna used to purchase the TV. So was it even a question about whether or not to replace it and how much it would cost? How long did the repair person stay? He said that Wendi was nervous. What did they talk about? Where's the write-up slip from his visit? What did he see when he got there on the TV itself? Now, Jeff Lacoste said that the TV had a spiderweb break to it, and that's important because I researched breaks. And spiderweb breaks are impact breaks that are caused by something with kind of a if not sharp, at least relatively pointed force to it that hits in the one spot and then things spiderweb around it, as opposed to sort of a line or wavy break that's more of a pressure break. So something was definitely thrown at the TV. Wendi claimed that her kids had thrown one of their shoes, I think it was. And Jeff thought it was odd because it was a large TV mounted 6 feet up on the wall. And what flashed in my mind was actually Sarah Boone's trial when they played the video of George smashing the TV with a baseball bat and how surprisingly difficult it was to break a TV. So I thought, I wonder, is this just one really strong toddler or did something else happen? In addition, she had a second TV, but then she kept watching this one. It was broken in June when the first assassination attempt happened, but didn't get fixed till July when the second assassination attempt happened. And then there was the 18-minute phone call to Charlie to discuss, do we repair it? Do we replace it? And it's a yes or no answer. Shouldn't take 18 minutes. Although I will say, if a yes and no answer question is going to take 18 minutes to answer, it's because you're talking to Charlie Adelson. The guy does not know how to shut up. So that's, in Wendi's favor, I guess. In any case, I wanted to see what it was like to throw things at a TV. And I happen to have a TV knocking around my house from 2011. So it's even older than Wendi's TV. And therefore, if Wendi's TV had more sophisticated anti-smashing properties on the screen, this one should theoretically be easier to break. So what you're going to see is a recording of me throwing things at a TV and then finally taking a hammer to it. And I was recording sound at the time, but it didn't come across well. So I'm going to do some narrations and put some graphics on the screen about what's going on. And I think you'll have a pretty good idea what the results are going to be. And spoiler alert, no kid throwing his shoe at a TV made that kind of damage. So let's go smash something together. So the first thing I'm going to throw is my shoe, because I don't have any little kid shoes in my house right now. And I figured, well, it should work. And remember too, this was supposed to be a toddler throwing it up against the wall at 6 feet. Now you can see there's a reason I am not a professional baseball player. So there were a few lost attempts, but long and short of it, no marks at all. So next I tried the TV remote. It had some nice sharp corners, hard plastic. I made 3 attempts, one of which didn't even hit the TV. Yeah, there's a reason I'm not a baseball player. But again, there may be a little scratch, but nothing like a spiderweb break. Next, I upped the game with a cat figurine that I had that was hard plastic with pointy ears and other pointy bits. It did scratch the TV some, but still didn't break it. However, the TV broke the cat. Bummer. So without further ado, let's get to the hammer. It was surprisingly difficult to get a spiderweb crack in the TV. I had to try several times with increasing force, and I'm not naturally used to smashing things with hammers, so, but there is something kind of cathartic about it, I guess. And yes, I did end up with a spider web. I'd be really curious to see what Wendy's looked like. Of course, it wouldn't really hold up in court because she could just say, well, yeah, I did hit it with a hammer in a moment of temper and I was too embarrassed to admit it, or whatever story she would make up to cover. But at least we know, you and I, that really no toddler tossing a shoe at a TV caused that kind of damage. Thanks for coming with me on this kind of crazy little side trip and rabbit trail. I appreciate it. And if you like this content and want to see more, please subscribe and join our kind of fun and quirky Guilty Words family. And until I see you in the next video, please use your words wisely and well. Take care.